Hi everyone, this is Brian Hayes, and welcome to the second video in our series on classic guitar riffs. Today we have one of the all-time classic rock guitar riffs, played by Richie Blackmore of the English rock band Deep Purple. The tune is Smoke on the Water. This was originally recorded in 1971, but wasn't released until 1973. Richie Blackmore's iconic introduction to Smoke on the Water was played on a Fender Stratocaster through a distortion effect. As always today, we're going to explore the riff firstly on the acoustic guitar so that the actual notes being played are very clear, and then we'll have a listen to it on the Stratocaster. Just about anyone over the years that has learnt to play electric rock lead guitar will have at one stage or another played Richie Blackmore's famous intro to Smoke on the Water. It's interesting in preparing for this video, on rechecking through YouTube the original recording of Smoke on the Water, Richie Blackmore's version is quite different as far as note choice goes to what most guitar players will have learnt the riff as. So I'm going to first of all show you the notes that Richie Blackmore used on the original recording, and then I'll show you the notes that most of the guitar players around the world have learnt the riff as. So it's in the key of G, and it uses what they call double stops. Now I'm going to play, I guess, in what I would call Chuck Berry flat fingering style here today. There's many ways you can play a double stop. You can use two separate fingers, or you can just use the index finger or any of your other fingers to do it. What we have to do is on the 5th fret, the two first notes we have to play are D on the A string, so that's the 5th fret, and G on the D string, that's the 4th string. So we've got the 5th string and the 4th string played at the same time. And we get a D and a G. The next two notes we have to play are F and B flat. Now this is on your 3rd fret, F on the D string, the 4th string, B flat on the 3rd string, the G string. And we hit those two together. So we've got, okay, the next series of notes are on the 5th fret. And again, you'll notice I'm really just going to play this riff using my 3rd and index finger. And I'm flat fingering those notes. So here we've got on the 5th fret, on the 4th string we've got the note G, and on the 3rd string we've got the note C. So we hit those two together. So now the riff so far is this. And then we do all that again. But this time we slide up to the 6th fret and we've got the notes G sharp and C sharp. And then we slide back a fret to the 5th fret, back to our G and C. So let me just put that together, and if you watch closely my fingers, we're only using the strings 5, 4 and 3, and we're only playing on frets 5, 3 and 6. So I'll just play the riff again. That's where we're up to. Now to finish it, we go back to the start. Then, now the version that probably 90% of the world's guitar players have learned to play, and it's certainly the version I learnt many, many years ago, puts G in the bass and D above it. So we play G on the 3rd fret of the 6th string of the guitar and D on the 5th fret of the 5th string of the guitar. These two notes. Now remember, Richie Blackmore actually played D in the bass and G above it. So the real riff swaps the order of the notes. Let me just show you how the vast majority of the world's guitar population play Smoke on the Water. Okay. So there's a lot of running up and down the guitar neck there, and we'll look at an easier option than doing that. But that's how most players have learnt to play it. It's simple because we've only got to hit two strings, the low E string and the A string. Our finger stretch stays the same, And we've basically got to look for the key notes being G, B flat and C, and G, B flat, C sharp and C. So that's what our index finger's doing. And our third finger is keeping that major fifth harmony there, the G to the D, you know, the B flat to the F, the C to the G, and the C sharp to the G sharp. So it's keeping the same harmony as we move up and down the neck. So I'm going to play that one more time for you. So that's on, if we look at the index finger, that's based on the 3rd fret, the 6th fret, and then the 8th fret of the guitar, and we end up going up to the 9th fret. So just watch it again. Okay, now a much easier way to play that, and it's certainly the way that many guitar players will play it, is to jump down to the next 2 strings after we play the first 2 notes. So we've got G and D, but if we go to our A string and our D string, B flat and F are much closer to us. So instead of having to slide up from the 3rd fret up to the 6th fret, we've just got to go back to the 1st fret. So we play the riff like this. Okay, so G and D, B flat and F, C and G, and C sharp and G sharp. The same notes, but with about half of the travelling up and down the neck. Okay, let's play that now on the Fender Stratocaster with some distortion in the spirit that Richie Blackmore's original recording had. I deliberately have left the drum count in on the prior track with the Stratocaster, just in case you may want to practice playing along with me as I take you through that riff 4 times. You will have noticed that I played the riff in the 3 different positions. On the 1st and 4th times through, I played it in the original Richie Blackmore position as he recorded it. The 2nd time through, I played it in the least preferable option, and that's where we run up and down the 6th and 5th string, right up and down the neck. A lot of movement up and down the neck. The 3rd time through, I played that same riff, but kept it to the first 4 frets of the guitar by using strings 6 and 5, and then 5 and 4. I really hope you've enjoyed working your way through that classic rock riff. It's one of the all-time great guitar riffs. As always, keep in touch via my website. That's www.brianhayes.biz. Drop me an email if you have any fundamental questions about playing the guitar. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you're kept up to date with all the new videos that I'll be posting on the many instruments that I play and teach. Bye for now.